Hello everyone. We are here because I cannot edit videos anymore. My SSD is out of memory and I was thinking of buying a new computer, but a new laptop will not solve this problem. And I decided to talk to my tech geek to resolve this issue, and he has some solution for that, and he will share it in this video.
Okay, for now we just have the extended SSD disk for MacBook, and it's not enough space already for storing and editing video. And which options do you have to solve this issue? The first one and the most cheaper, it's just to buy a new one extended disk. It can be SSD, but it has small size and very expensive, or it can be HDD hard disk drive, and it can be like up to 20 terabytes, but there is we have some pros and cons, because it's like cheaper, but it's not very reliable solution, because you have only one disk, and if there is something wrong with it, you can lose all your data. The next one can be cloud storage, but it is very not convenient to store here, to download, to upload. It's very slow, and it's very expensive to store the data. What options have here? It's already made a solution like NAS Synology. There is also pros and cons, like it's very expensive. For example, with no disks, just the box, it will cost for 4 disks around 700 euros. And other cons, it's not only very expensive, it's also performance is very low for it. So we have another option. It's to build network attached storage by yourself. So I mean do the configuration, the assemble all hardware, install the software, and it will be network attached storage, but assembled by me. And for this option, we also have a few different solution. For example, you can buy like combo. It's motherboard plus already pre-installed CPU. For example, it can be N100. The next one option we have, it's ARM platform with already with CPU, motherboard, and RAM installed. Option is Raspberry Pi 5. The next is Zima board, and the last one that I choose is build server by my own. Let's quick consider pros and cons of every solution. So combo motherboard plus CPU, it's cheaper, but it has very low performance. Only for network attached storage, it's okay. But I decided in the end that it will be not only NAS, it would be the server with the virtualized network attached storage and other services. The next option is ARM CPU. It's not bad solution, but there is a lot of a lot of workaround decision you need to make. I mean, to find the case for it. Raspberry Pi 5, it even worse, because you need to find all the things for it. I mean, some additional parts, some extensions, etc. And what about Zima board? It looks great. It's very small size. You have some options to choose. I mean, the CPU, the memory, etc. But it has only one PCI Express slot. But I think it's a good decision if you need to build only the NAS, or for example, you can build from them clusters. And the last option that I choose is to build a server from my old PC, or order the new parts from Amazon and swap them with my old PC. In this way I will have the new hardware. We will take my old hardware that around 5 years old, but it's not bad. It's very good for server. It's Intel 9700K and 32 gigabytes of RAM, so it would be enough for the server. We will order the new hardware. It would be AMD platform. I'd like to return to AMD after a lot of years on Intel. We've got everything that we ordered from Amazon, and for today's plan we are going to unpack everything and assemble the test configuration to check that everything is working, and only on weekends I'm going to assemble both future NAS and my new PC. But today it's only assemble of everything we got to check that it's working. So let's start. The first part is CPU. Is Ryzen 7 7800X3D. I don't know. I thought it would be the box version, but it looks like the UM. But we'll see. We don't need the box cooler because I have the Thermalright is Peerless Assassin. It's very cheap cooler for our server. It's cost only around 38 euros, something like this. It's pretty big and heavy. We will see. And then we have the power supply. I tried to bought the cheapest one, but the requirement is to have fully modular power supply, because I don't want to have a lot of cables due to heavy cable management. So it was the cheapest that I found. It's around 100 euros. Okay, then we have a few SSD disks. One will be for NAS, and another one will be for virtualized Windows. And also one disk will be for Proxmox operation system, but it's still in my working PC. This is Nocta mounting kit for my Nocta CPU cooler in my PC. When I replace the IM5 socket to my PC, I need to have the mounting kit for it. Also, you can have it for free if you have the receipt from Nocta, and Nocta will send you for free, but I don't have it. And we have the cheapest case cooler. It's Thermalright. Each one costs around €8. I hope they will work fine and quiet. And the last one is the motherboard is Tomahawk X716 E. It's not new, but usually when you buy something on Amazon, it's came when somebody opens the box and return it, and they will not send it as new. I don't know why do I need this one. It's empty. And this is the motherboard. I don't know, it looks fine. With no dust or something like this. The last but not the least is the beautiful Cooler Master Qube 500 case for our server. The requirement was to get into our shelf under the TV, but the second requirement, it should be ATX for ATX motherboard, and that's why I cannot pick something small, but I hope this case should fit into our shell. I realized that I have forgotten to order RAM, and now this is another day and we've got the RAM and can continue assembling. I'm gonna to install SSD in some slot. I don't know, maybe in this one. It's from Amazon warehouse as well. A little bit used, but we'll see. Let's have a look what we have for €38. Two fans. And here is not our white tower. Okay, so for now I'm not going to use any thermal paste because I just wanted to check that the system is working, and then this cooler will go to another motherboard. That's why it doesn't make any sense to use the thermal paste. So hello again. Last time the first start was unsuccessful due to motherboard didn't see or recognize the CPU. And it was the first time when Amazon sent something that is not working, and I ordered the same motherboard but the new one, not the used, and let's check it out how it works. I will start the motherboard, and if everything is okay, we will see the picture on the television. Okay, I brought the keyboard and mouse, and let's try. Okay, we are loaded the UEFI BIOS. Oh, this is working. Okay, great. We can proceed with installing the Windows. So our next step is to swap hardware, the new one with the old one in the case, and swap the CPU cooler, new one to the old one. Let's start. So let's start assembler the server. Here is we have one part of our case. We have already assembled a motherboard with installed CPU. This is my old PC hardware. It's working, I hope, because it worked like for 5 years before. It's in good condition and should fit for our purposes. We are going to assemble the case Qube 500. I know that there are a lot of solutions for NAS cases, for example, fractal design node 804 and so on, but I have like demands and requirements that it should be ATX, not micro ATX, and also it should fit in our shelf under the TV. That's why this the only I have found, and not the only, but the only I liked this case. It's pretty unusual because usually you got the case already assembled and you need just put hardware inside, but this case has another approach. You need to build the case around your hardware, and we'll see how it looks like. So we have assembled our server. The last thing is to put on the covers and try to start it. So we have 3 fans for push out air and dust filters for preventing get dust into the case. So let's start. The first start. Proxmox installer is ready. Let's see how can I handle this, because I have never had experience with installing and working with Proxmox, but I think it is doable. So the Windows is installed, the Proxmox is installed on server, and now we can see everything how it works. I have already logged into my Proxmox server, and here we can see the configuration. We have 32 gigabytes of memory, we have 2 CPUs, and we have some storage for it, and also you can see 2 installed virtualized operation systems. One is True NAS and another one is Windows 11. I am playing around with Windows 11 virtualized to understand if it's possible to run DaVinci Resolve for editing video, but I have faced with an issue to pass real hardware, a GPU, to virtualized machine, because DaVinci demands real hardware, demands GPU, but I have only integrated video card, and I passed into virtualized machine, but anyway it didn't help Here is we can see the Windows. I connected it to it via remote desktop. It's very responsive. It looks like the real Windows. It's very fast, but DaVinci refused to start because it doesn't see the GPU. I played around to fix this issue, but I was failed because it just couldn't see the video card. Okay, now I will do a quick overview of NAS system. Here is our dashboard. We can see the general information about the CPU, about the memory usage, about the created pools and network interface. So in general, I created 2 pools to understand how they work, how to provide access to the users, how can I connect to these datasets via MacBook, via Linux, via Windows. I can show you one example for Windows, for my home Windows, how it works. We just go to File Explorer and the PC. I have already connected all my datasets via I added a network location, so I can open them, I can create folders, I can run the content, and my speed is almost 1 gigabit to the SSD, and I think it's not very bad, but if you want to have a very high speed, you need to create 2.5 gigabits or even 10 gigabits network to working with NAS with no delays. The next step will be to add 3 hard disk drive, each 10 terabytes, to create a ZFS1 system. It means that one of 3 disk can fail, and the system can be restored anyway with no data loss. I will add them through the HBI PCI Express card. It needs to be passed through to a virtualized machine through Proxmox server. That's why it's better to use PCI Express card. In this case, through NAS, we'll see all hard disk drives as real hardware, not virtualized hardware, and in this case everything should be working fine.